Hello again, everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Thank you for your time watching my videos and subscribing to the channel, and to those who view as well as comment on the content that I choose to speak about. I appreciate your I appreciate your engagement with me. Thank you very much. So today I want to talk about the social media app or network that will actually help you move up in the career space. Yes, and I'm talking about LinkedIn. Now, I'm one of those people who's on social media. Like, I'm everywhere. I'm on Facebook, I'm on Instagram, I'm on Twitter. You know, when TikTok first had its first wave, I was there. Okay, right now I just can't access it because China. Yeah, but like, you know, call me a social media whore if you will. I don't care. But like, I'm everywhere. Okay, and one of the most underutilized social networks is LinkedIn. Now, we're all out here trying to make it in the career paths that we've chosen, and we're trying to up our game, you know. And some of us are still trying to figure out what we're doing. Some of us have figured it out, and we know which lane that we want to grow in. Some of us have not even tasted like what it is like to actually work, you know, and all of that. And LinkedIn is actually that social media app that can actually help you get your foot in the door. Okay, so right now, obviously we're going through the pandemic that is affecting the whole world. And yes, the job space does seem like it's a bit bleak, but in light of everything that has been happening, there are some contractual jobs that are in the pipeline, you know, because of the structure of the pandemic. It means now that the companies are not able to make solid long-term plans. Okay, so anyways, we all know that experience counts. Experience definitely counts, and of course then there's money. We all want to make money at the end of the day because we need to feed ourselves, we need to feed our families, you know, we need to progress in life and all of that stuff. So it's definitely worth your time to go in there and fix your LinkedIn profile. Okay, so I did this video because I was inspired by a podcast that I listened to. It's called the XI Brigade. The XI Brigade. It's called the XI Brigade. And there was a lady there who's, I suppose, like an HR specialist, and she was talking about how to freshen up, liven up your LinkedIn. So I took down a few notes, and I thought I should share them with everyone. So listen up. Okay, so now the pros about LinkedIn compared to the other social networks. LinkedIn actually still has something termed an organic reach, which basically means that whoever it is that you follow, whoever it is that you engage with, like, there's still a chance that they're going to see your post or your comment or any activity that you have within their timeline. Unlike with the popular social media apps that we use, where you find that algorithms are in place to make us interact with fewer people, and there's also something called like a paid reach, you know, which works in favor obviously for people who are like influencers and the like, but it definitely doesn't favor the small the person with a small following on their social networks. Okay, but with LinkedIn you are definitely guaranteed to have any activity of yours spotted by about 80% of the people that you interact with, or that you have connections with on the app. Okay, so that's definitely good. And another thing is that yes, it doesn't take away the job of people who are recruiters, or who are doing human resources in their respective companies, but it definitely helps them streamline their candidates. And this is your chance as well to just shine a light on the skills that you have, and also yeah, just open your network up a bit more. I would always like to think that we are okay. I want to say that we should never underestimate the power of networks. Okay, so if you've noticed, on Facebook you have friends, on Instagram you have followers, on LinkedIn you have something called connections. Now you have to be open to people. Yes, I know some people actually do not use the app appropriately. You know, some people are in there sliding in the DMs over there, or or commenting inappropriately to some of the things that you might post, because I mean, they see your face, especially as a girl, we face this a lot. It's like, oh no, you look pretty, whatever, like it's inappropriate stuff, and you definitely have every right to just delete those kinds of interactions or those connections and stuff. Just keep it moving, but don't be shy with interacting with people who are outside of the scope of the work that you are doing, because you never know what kind of connection you could be creating for yourself within the space that you are in. Okay, so let's say now you maybe don't have a LinkedIn profile, or maybe you do, but you probably opened it years ago and you don't even know what it looks like. Okay, so I'm just going to give a few tips to help brighten it up, to make it more attractive, to make it more eye-catching to those recruiters who may be using it as a resource to hire people. Okay, so first and foremost, obviously, is your picture. Yes, your picture. You definitely have to have a picture. Not having a picture on any of your social media apps, in fact, is very shady. It looks very dodgy. I mean, we all know what it's like to get a friend request on Facebook and you're just like, who are you? Who sent you? Why are you here? So it's always good to just make sure that you have a picture. Okay, so now in terms of the picture that you have, try and not make it a selfie. If you can afford to get a professional headshot, a headshot is basically that picture, that professional picture. But if you can't afford a professional photography session, you can also just use your smartphone. Guys, our smartphones can practically do anything these days. Use a smartphone, take a picture, make sure that it's not a selfie. Like I said, it's not a selfie. Please make sure that it's a picture at a distance, kind of like sort of like how I'm sitting. Make sure that you are smiling. Please smile. Make sure you're smiling, and dress professionally. We all know the black and white combo works. Don't mess with the combo that works, guys. Monochromatic, keep it that way. If you can do up your face or whatever, and but just make sure that you look appealing, to the person who might be going through your profile. Then also, if you are now within the job that you are in and you are happy, like in the organization that you are currently in, and you have you see yourself growing within that organization, then so I've moved on now from the picture, obviously. When it comes to your headline, try and make sure that you attach yourself to the company, attach yourself to it. So you would say that you are a, I don't know, something specialist at this company or this group or this organization. Attach yourself to it. It's absolutely fine. And if you are not, though, you don't have to put the name of the company that you work at. That's also fine. If you're looking to just, look elsewhere, so there's that option too. Okay. And how do you address yourself? So now you can use amongst these three words, like you can call yourself a specialist, you can call yourself a professional, you can call yourself an enthusiast. Now, why do I use these three words? A specialist would be somebody who has figured out their niche. Like, you know that this is what you're good at and this is what you do and this is what you aim to grow in. Okay, so for example, if I don't have much experience within the job that I'm doing right now, but if I had, I would call myself an ESL specialist, because that, like, I've studied for this thing, I've got tremendous experience within it. I've maybe had different kinds of engagements that have helped me solidify my career path in this thing, and maybe even am consulted, for example, for things regarding the job that I do. So I would call myself a specialist in that sense. But because I'm not, and this is something that I still want to pursue further, I would rather call myself a professional. So if you were to go into my LinkedIn profile, you will see that I have stated that I am an ESL professional. And I've also put there that I work at the school that I work in. So that, because I'm currently still quite happy with the organization that I work for. I'm not quite yet looking for opportunities in other places. Okay, and if you know that you are still growing, or you aspire to be something, it's absolutely fine to call yourself an enthusiast. Now, there is something you can also do, which is if you have like maybe two interests, like maybe you have your main job and then you have a side hustle, you can just put your specialization or your professional capacity, and then put a stroke / whatever your side hustle. Okay, try to keep your headline as contrite as possible. Don't. Yes, they give you a lot of space. They give you a lot of character space, but don't go into too much detail. Don't be on some I am a what. Just tell us what it is that you do. What it is that you do. You're a legal practitioner. You're an educational specialist, or that sort of thing. Like, just use these words. Get straight to the point. Okay. And like I said, you have an option of actually putting the two things if you're interested in two things. I know that there are people who might want to actually have two separate LinkedIn profiles. That is also up to you, because maybe you can manage two LinkedIn profiles. But honestly, why not? You're an individual. You're allowed to have different interests. So you can put as much as you want within your profile. Basically, it's what it is that you want to be known for. It's like, think of it as branding, like you're branding yourself. So what it is that you want to be known for. If a recruiter was searching for something, and what would they type up if they wanted someone like you? So think of it like that, and title yourself like that. And then when it comes to your roles and responsibilities, within the job spec that you have, or that you're currently in, don't go into too much detail. Again, 6 points is more than enough. Everything else will sort of be outlined within your CV. So and also when you do it's a separate topic, but like when you do your CV, like let's stop doing CVs that are generic for every single. No, you can't. You have to, for each job that you apply for, you have to create a CV that is specific for the job that you are looking for. Okay, so you have to look at the job that you want and see what it is that they want, and then make sure that your CV is structured in such a way that it outlines or brings out the things that they are looking for when they want to hire someone. Okay, so in the same breath, just shine a light on the things that you want to be known for, your skills, expertise that you have learned, and whatever else that it is that you bring to the table. But make sure that it's not too much. It's not too much. So yeah, it's just those three things. So make sure that you have a great picture. It looks as professional as possible, and then make sure that you are concise when it comes to your title or your headline, and then also just don't go into too much detail about the roles and responsibilities that you have gone into within your workspace. What else is there? Oh, it's also up to you about like detailing how much the previous work experience that you want. It's really up to you how much you want to put there and how little. I mean, there are people with tons of education and they don't necessarily want to put every single degree that they have there, you know, or whatever. But if you want to do that, you are absolutely welcome to do that. The point is, do whatever it is that you think will work for you, because that is your corporate brand. That is what will make you shine out to the recruiter that is looking to hire. Okay, so yeah, that will be about it. All of the best to our job seekers, to those looking to grow themselves in the corporate world, guys. Good luck and kudos to you. Keep working hard, guys. Keep working hard, and let's use the resources that we have available, the resources within our disposal. Let's use them to the best of our abilities. Otherwise, thank you so much, guys, for watching. See you again next week, and yeah, bye.